Denver Broncos, Mile High View, no commercials, no bullshit. I just want to start by saying that me and Colby didn't know we were going to be doing this because of our schedules. But Colby has the night off. I just walked in the door. And, we already have a circus going on here. And what else is new, right? The Broncos and three-ring circus just go hand in hand. We have a rumor of Aaron Rodgers wanting to be Joe Flacco 6.0 in Denver. By the way, this man right here got the Bridgewater call correct. And Justin Fields, I got it wrong. He fell because the Jets, because I guess the way San Francisco, the way they went with somebody they really got to develop, which is kind of surprising. But I was surprised the Jets didn't take Justin Fields. That's who I thought would. But the Jets are living up to their reputation to be what all sports talk Denver radio wants to be, because the Denver Sports Talk Radio wants to be the Jets. They want to draft a quarterback each and every time and ruin them. Unlike the Patriots, where you have a stable organization and you get a quarterback who just fits right in there. That guy, I have a feeling Mac Jones will end up being the better out of all the quarterbacks because he's a guy that can go into a stable system, not a shit show. But everybody wants to turn the Denver Broncos into a shit show. What I find very interesting is something that just developed lately. Mike Liss, Denver Bronco beat reporter, reported that this was John Elway's pick. And this is the thing that really is I want to talk about. George Paton said he is congratulating John Elway on this pick. Okay? And this is the thing. We'll get into the pick and all that stuff, but this is the thing. These people at Denver Sports Talk Radio are so disingenuous. They are trying to twist this. Why are they pretending what we all know? John Elway calls the shots. To me, this pick is your typical Al Davis, John Al Davis pick, John Al Davis Elway, but it wasn't a quarterback. I got to give him credit. Somebody must have talked him off the ledge because what I think is the coaches had to tell John Elway, all our jobs are on the line. We can't be bringing in a guy. And George Paton probably went to bat for the coaches and said, all their jobs are on the line. You can't bring some guy in and hope that he works out. Then everybody's going to get fired if he doesn't become the next Patrick Mahomes. So I think that maybe somebody talked John Elway off the ledge of drafting one of these quarterbacks. Or maybe they wanted Trey Lance. Maybe that's who they really wanted. They didn't want Fields. They wanted Trey Lance. And if Trey Lance fell, maybe that's how they would have went. Well, okay, let me have it. I know you're biting. We don't need an offensive lineman. I just want you to know the Denver Broncos offensive line is it's lights out.
So I want to talk about the Teddy Bridgewater thing real quick. People say I don't know football, and I find it hilarious because Teddy Bridgewater, I've been starting to read into it more about this whole thing about Teddy Bridgewater. It's just the Trevor Siemian Paxton Lynch thing all over again, and I'm not surprised. You have Patrick Surtain here. Love the player. Don't like the situation because you got Kyle Fuller, Ronald Darby, and Bryce Callahan, and Michael Ojemudia, Usain Bassi. So you're going to be hard on the edges, and you pass up a Rashawn Slater, who all the national people were raving about.
But you don't know anything. You don't know anything. You don't say all the things Sports Talk Radio in Denver says. Those people are idiots. Go ahead.
You pass up on a Zaven Collins. You pass up on a Jamie Davis, a guy that I brought up again. Nope. Oh, you're just a talking head in the dark. I'm so stupid. I don't know football. Yeah, but he went to the Redskins.
Sports talk radio isn't talking about him. I'll tell you what, the Redskins, whoever their coach is, and you know who their coach is.
Or Snyder in the rooms, but John Elway's.
And look at. I want to talk about the Redskins really quick. Look, they're building their defense. They got some really good defensive players on there. They're really building a. And how are they building that? Are they building it the John Elway, or are they building it the Tampa Bay Buccaneer way?
They have Jonathan Allen, Payne. They have Chase Young. They have all these other good players on the Ryan Kerrigan still. Now they got Jamie Davis, another young linebacker that did everything this year. So you're gonna sit here and tell me, these people are Bronco fans are stupid. Okay, STR stupid. They are so stupid and disingenuous, like you said. Mike Kliss literally said that this was an Elway pick.
Whoa! It wasn't just Kliss. It wasn't just Kliss.
It was Peyton.
It was George Payton. And the backpedaling, the confusion. Like, why are you people in sports talk radio who are getting paid trying to call this not calling this for what it is? You guys are pathetic. And I didn't get a quarterback. What? So you could be like the Jets? Is that what you want to be, like the Jets?
You already got a quarterback. You already got Teddy Bridgewater. There's your quarterback competition for this year. Elway got what he wanted.
Quarterback.
Teddy Bridgewater. Wow. I'm so excited for that, man. I'm so excited for Teddy Bridgewater and Drew Lock to go at it at practice. It's like you said, the Craig Morton thing.
Craig Morton and Dandy Don Meredith. You got to remember Dandy Don.
I don't understand this pick. You had Rashawn Slater. You didn't have to move up for him. You had Xavier Collins. You had Micah Parsons. I would have took Micah Parsons over this pick. And what did the national media say? They literally said what me and you've been saying, that how did Tampa Bay beat the Kansas City Chiefs? With linebackers. Not with the corners. It was linebackers. Coverage linebackers that neutralize the middle of the field. You guys are idiots. You guys think that
total idiots. They have no clue.
You guys think that this is a good pick? You guys really think that this is a good pick? So what? He's going to be buried on he's going to be the fourth corner on the depth chart? You wasted a pick. You could have got Rashawn Slater, Micah Parsons, Zayvon Collins, Jamie Davis.
Whoa. Aaron Rodgers.
They're pulling that out of their ass. Okay, who's your source, Mark Schlereth? I'm calling Mark Schlereth out. Mark Schlereth, who's your source?
Oh, wait.
Who's your source?
Oh, people. Okay, everybody, get ready to hit the thumbs down. Get ready to hit the thumbs down.
I don't care.
I'm not sports talk radio that's enamored by they were enamored with Flacco, but this is Aaron Rodgers. It's Cinderella. Flacco's just one of the stepsisters that goes to the ball. This is actually Cinderella. Let me tell you what. If Aaron Rodgers, Elway couldn't help himself. He would do anything to get Aaron Rodgers because John Elway's legacy is floundering. But let me ask you this. Well, let's just entertain. Let's entertain the Aaron Rodgers rumor. Hey, rumor
behind this great offensive line. Oh my God.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. How does this benefit Aaron? What does Aaron Rodgers get out of going to Denver? He wanted to go to San Francisco, according to the rumor.
I think that's more realistic.
Yeah, well, obviously,
he's a California kid.
Obviously, the San Francisco isn't going to have anything to do with that, and there's a reason for that. But what would Aaron Rodgers gain by coming to the Broncos? No owner, right? So when an owner comes in, he can either say, I want to go to another team, or stay. I mean, that's what I'm saying. This would be a good situation for somebody like Deshaun Watson, right? Is that
Yep.
Or like Aaron Rodgers, who in my opinion is a lot like Ben Roethlisberger, a bit of a crybaby.
I agree.
And he's not as a statue as much as Flacco, but he's not very mobile like he was when he was young. And this offensive line, the one upside would be There would be no more making excuses when they get Flacco killed because Flacco would be, well, I think it would be
I can't.
I think that Flacco. Oh, wait a minute, Aaron Rodgers. I can't keep.
God.
I can't get them. I get them both mixed up.
This team is so stupid. Oh my God.
They could be dumber. I think there are voices.
This team can't help
Valley.
themselves. This team can't help themselves. Elway can't. Elway just cannot just get out of the freaking way. He just has to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get Patrick Surtain. He's my guy. I'm gonna get hard on the edges and.
Well, that was I think that was his second guy.
Ugh.
I think you're right. I think you were right. I think you were right all along. I think Trey Lance was their guy. I think Surtain was their second guy. Now,
you passed on Slater, and you're going to tell me that Aaron Rodgers from the Green Bay offensive line coming here is a lot better? Get out of here. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. You don't even have a right tackle.
Well, Juwan James. We're going to drain the hot tub, and he's going to come, and he's going to save the day.
Yep, you're going to have Rashawn Slater, who has an excellent football character, who they were raving about national media. His technique, he literally said his technique.
You're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You.
Yep. Patrick Surtain, guys, are you excited? He probably won't play that much this year. Yeah. We wasted a first-round pick on a corner.
Corner. Everybody said corner. Trey Lance, corner. Trey Lance, quarterback.
Let me ask you this: would you have Micah Parsons over? Who would you pick, Micah Parsons, or if you had to come down to it, I'd pick Micah Parsons over Patrick Surtain. It's not even linebackers. I think are more valuable than corners.
Yeah, but he's really an edge guy. It'd be kind of like, well, I guess you could say it would replace Von Miller. I guess you could say it'd be a replacement for. I think it's a coin toss, but.
Zaven Collins then.
Isn't Surtain? I mean, if you look at him, didn't he have some bad games? I mean, let me put it this way.
The one thing, this is what I'll say when I was watching the film, he would get beat over the top a lot, and he'd be holding in the college didn't call it. But when you're in the NFL, they're going to call that. He gets beat over the top a lot.
That's what I understand. So it's not even a great. I mean, that tells me that either they got that wrong, or the corner depth in this draft was overhyped.
I think the corner depth of it was overhyped.
I mean, we don't have any Champ Baileys. Out there, right?
No, J.C. Horn was my number one corner. J.C. Horn was my number one corner. I was shocked that he went to 8. You pass up on Rashawn Slater. Say, okay, let's just talk. Let's do another quick bit. The Arizona Cardinals, Vance Joseph. Oh, Isaiah Simmons, Zaven Collins. This great defensive line with Jordan Phillips. Your dude. They're building something there in the desert in Arizona with that linebacker.
They're building something in D.C. also in the
yes. Jamie Davis. Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about. You're an idiot, Gart. You're an idiot. I'm killing your channel. Jamie Davis. Who's that? Rashawn Slater. Who's that? I'm a talking head in the dark. You guys are stupid. Yeah, STR, you're stupid. You're going to sit there and you're going to pull something. Oh, Aaron Rodgers. There's conflicting reports, Mark Slater. Conflicting reports that there's a close deal between Denver and the Packers because they knew that they were going to go corner.
John Elway calls the shots. That's the theme here.
Yes. Elway's still in charge. We've been right again. We're right again.
Well, even before you came on, all I did was try to say this is the John Elway, Al Davis.
This is what the Al Davis did back in the day. This is exactly it. This is what Gruden still does sometimes.
Let me ask you. If Trey Lance would have been available, would they had said Surtain,
Yes.
scratch him, Trey Lance.
Trey Lance, yep.
But
They would have traded Locker or cut Lock. And Teddy Bridgewater would be your starting quarterback till Lance develops.
they must have got inside. When that Bridgewater deal came down, they must have got inside information that San Francisco was going.
Right when I texted you see how quickly, and I'm like, they must have knew that they were going Lance at 3. Right when that happened, I'm like, either it's Mac Jones or Lance. I don't think Fields is it. I literally backed off on that because I think they're more enamored with Lance.
Yeah, I thought for sure the Jets would pick up Justin Fields.
No,
but
I knew they were going Wilson.
I'm happy for Chicago. I really am. It's been a long time.
Hell of a trade up.
Yeah. They finally got, somebody that if he's coached, if the people come in with the right system, again, they don't try to make him into a pocket, just a strictly pocket quarterback. They, runs some kind of a West Coast rollout.
Here we go again. We're coming at the end of the draft, and I'm seeing all these picks coming down, and I have STR on the side over here. Oh, we're gonna have the number 1 defense in the league, guys. Really, with no pass rush up the middle, and our linebackers can't cover. You're gonna sacrifice good linebacking play like Jamie Davis and Zaven Collins, who can cover and neutralize the middle of the field.
They don't understand that. They didn't watch. They didn't
watch the Super Bowl.
They have to be getting talking points from straight from John Elway, because I was listening. I don't know. He doesn't. Whoever it was they were talking to, I've heard him before, but I don't hear him often. He was just attacking Peyton, and saying, "What does this mean that you're letting John Elway? You're not. What do you mean letting John Elway? You're like." This guy's a moron. I mean, a moron at the highest degree of being a moron. Okay, being stupid. This is the John Elway show. We've been saying that. Okay.
The corner signings haven't made any sense. We're giving Ronald Darby 10 a year. Kyle Fuller.
Look at the offensive. Look how they've dealt with the offensive line. They haven't.
You pass up on Rashawn Slater. Well,
it's not exciting.
You didn't have to trade up for him.
It's not exciting. It's only exciting. It's only exciting when you're in the playoffs and they can't get to your quarterback and he's hitting targets. It's
exciting for me because that's how you build an NFL team.
Well, exactly. Well, but you're not sports talk radio. Man, I could not.
I Bridgewater.
It was very hard for me to have to listen to the main sports talk radio in Denver. It was very hard because they were all ejaculating all over each other. Quarterback. It's like,
no, Justin Fields is there. Let's
they hate Lock. And man, I'll tell you what, they can't get God, I'm very tired. I just walked in from a very long day. They can't get Von Miller on to go on their show. He has nothing to do with those clowns. Nothing to do with them. They're
Please tell me, how does this pick make sense to you?
It makes sense. It makes perfect. No, these people have no idea what these other linebackers are. They have no. When they say, "Well, you got to go up against the Chiefs," I ask myself this: did you not watch the Super Bowl?
Yes.
How was the Chiefs beat? Pass rush.
They took away the first read.
Pass rush up the middle, and the linebackers taking out the first read coverage linebackers. The corners for the.
They were playing off coverage, cover 3.
Yes.
Patrick Surtain is not a cover 3 corner. He's a man-to-man corner. What are you doing?
What did you not learn from the Super Bowl? Oh, you're Elway.
Yeah, we're going that quarterback competition, baby. Yeah.
I think Elway's still stuck in like the 90s. I think he is.
I think so too. It just blows my mind. You had Micah Parsons. Now you just had another linebacker, Jason Moe, who's more of an edge rusher, but still you can play. He's a versatile player. Jamie Davis, even those are 4 linebackers that went in the first round. You saying that linebackers aren't coveted? And I know STR, you're pulling that. You're saying that bull crap. You're okay. So Levante David and Devin White? Oh, so they didn't do anything in the Super Bowl because you were so enamored with Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes that you were freaking ejaculating over them the whole fucking game.
Yeah, that's all they do.
It's ridiculous. This pick makes no sense to me. Peyton just literally admitted this is Elway's pick.
He did. Well, Cliss backed him up. That was 2 weeks ago. He said, "Oh, this is our guy." But we also know the only reason that they didn't draft a quarterback is because they picked Trey Lance.
Because I think if Lance was there, they would have picked Lance.
Now, who's more like
the Buccaneers just picked Joe Tyron, another player I was high on, and it's a linebacker. So those are
you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know.
Oh my God.
Hey, wait a second. Those teams go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Broncos don't. Oh, but it's all because of the quarterback.
Wow, I can't wait for Teddy Bridgewater for those checkdowns, man. I'm excited for this year. Those checkdown passes, man. Teddy Bridgewater. Let me ask you this. Teddy Bridgewater is basically a version of a Case Keenum, but he doesn't have the arm of a Case Keenum. He's basically just a taller version of Case Keenum.
Without the arm.
Basically, without the arm. So you're behind that offensive line? Great. He's gonna get killed. Because he's gonna be the starter. That's what you don't bring in Teddy Bridgewater just because we want a quarterback competition. No, because they want him to start. They're
paying him as a starter. They're paying him as a starter.
Yeah, I know. They're an average quarterback away. Remember, that's what STR is telling us. They're an average quarterback away to go into the Super Bowl. This makes no sense.
Where did we get Bridgewater? What team was Bridgewater playing on again?
The Carolina Panthers.
Carolina Panthers. So I'm wondering, what was their offensive line like with the Panthers versus? So he goes to another trash. So he gets he gets to do that again. Hey, you know what? If I'm Locke, I'm like, hey, fine. And then when, again, he throws a few interceptions, like, hey, this is.
When that pick went down, I literally told myself, and I told my family, like, this is an Elway pick. Because Peyton, from his philosophy, but they were spinning it like, that's what Minnesota did. That's what Minnesota used to do, is grab corners. And that's where he came from, is Minnesota. Really, they just traded back and got Christian Darrisaw, who's a pretty damn good left tackle. They didn't go after a corner. They got Christian Darrisaw.
They're so full of shit.
They are. They're lying straight to your face. They think you're stupid.
I guess there are a lot of stupid people because they just watch and they can't figure it. All those people that listen to them, and then
I think that you bring up the best point of it all. I think that you brought it up perfectly. Nothing's going to change once that guy leaves the building. It's going to be the same old crap. Tomorrow I'm going to be watching the draft again. I have this whole week off. I'm going to be critical of this crap. I have day 2 guys I'm high on too still that are on the board. Tevin Jenkins on right tackle. Not as good as Rashawn Slater, but you need a right tackle. You cannot go in this season without Calvin Anderson.
What the Broncos do, they don't get marquee, and when they do get a marquee guy, he's like Bowles, I just, and again, you know what? The war room was brought up, and nobody was like high-fiving. It was like, yep, Elway, we picked him for you. We can't do our job because Jerry Jones is over our shoulder. Jerry Jones over here.
Yeah, when they showed the war room on ESPN, did that war room look excited to you?
They look like they were picking for somebody had already made the pick for them.
Yeah, that's why they're fist bumping. Oh yeah, good job, guys. Good. Like, and now you're going to hear all the comments. Well, he called Patrick Surtain and said that you were the guy. No, because Elway told Peyton to do that.
Yeah.
Because he's layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. We've been
Well,
saying this for a month, and we've been saying this for months. You were the first person to bring up. You've been saying it for years. This is ridiculous.
No, I remember I'm the guy that got kicked off the message board, the Denver Broncos. They got my IP address and everything. Never allowed because I dared to ask for Shanahan's head after the AFC Championship loss. I knew right then that Shanahan had to go. Everybody said I was wrong, how crazy I was. Bolin because I know Bolin, he ain't going to put up with shit. And when Shanahan was going through defensive coordinators like Sox and was becoming a clown show, what did he do? He got rid of him. Because that's what you do. That's what the good organizations do. There's going to be no Brittany Bolin. When the owners, whoever the owner is, good, bad, or indifferent, they will say, Brittany Bolin, I don't want to see you 10 feet in front of my office. You are out of here.
Great.
There will be no Brittany Bolins. There'll
Beth
be no
Bolin
John
Wallace,
Elway.
please.
What's that?
Beth Bolin Wallace, please. Can she
No,
come
you'll
fire
never see any Bolins. You won't see Elway. They'll keep him as far away as possible. If they know what's good for him, they will.
I said this draft couldn't have fall any better for Denver because you didn't have to trade up to get Slater. You didn't have to trade up to get Collins. You didn't have to trade up to get Jamie Davis. You didn't have to trade up to get these impact players that would make a very great impact for your team. Denver Broncos fans out there, and I'm talking straight to you. You're gonna trust Juwan James for 16 games, and you're not. Go back and watch Rashawn Slater's interview on the national stage.
They only know quarterbacks. I don't
care. I'm talking straightly to them. You're going to pass up on a coverage linebacker who can neutralize the middle of the field, and you're going to trust Alexander Johnson and Josie Jewell, who are run stuffers. Why are you guys falling for this crap?
If you can even call them run stuffers.
Alexander Johnson's a better run stuffer than Josie Jewell. I like Alexander Johnson. I just don't think he's a 3-down linebacker. That's why I wanted a Collins next to him. He could be the Robin to the Batman. That's why I wanted Rankins. Jones could be the Robin to Rankins. Do you see what I'm talking about here? That's how you get better as an organization. This.
Yes. Yeah, Draymond. Exactly.
Go ahead. No,
I'm just saying, yeah. Exactly. It's
if you added Slater to this offensive line, that right side would have been. You had Moody, an up-and-coming young player. You had Slater, Cushenberry. Okay, continue him to develop. Maybe bring in a veteran. You have your right side set once Glasgow's gone, with Moody and Slater. That's what I was meaning when I wanted Slater. But now look at the Chargers. They actually have a clue because they actually have a good scouting department.
Well,
we don't. We don't have a good scouting department.
The owner isn't meddling.
No, he's
not.
The
owner isn't meddling.
No, he's not. As much as I hate the Raiders, I like the Alex Leatherwood pick because they gave Trent Brown up for a bag of peanuts. They needed a tackle. Alex Leatherwood is an athletic tackle that can get the job done. They are trying to protect whoever their quarterback is going to be, Carr, or if they go after somebody.
Oh, they get it. But the Broncos,
Elway when they got Orlando Brown.
You would think Elway of all people would get it, but Elway never wasn't like a Brady. I mean, Elway never really put much stock in an offensive line around him. He'd run, scramble, and So again, not just football, I guess.
I want to praise you for something. I love the Mac Jones to New England. I love it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It makes total sense.
Mac Jones to New England is a point. It's a point that needs to be made. Zach Wilson to the Jets is another exact point that needs to be made. You see the dysfunction on one side and you see stability on the other side. You watch Mac Jones beat the hell out of Zach Wilson or the other guy that whatever they're doing there in the Jets. You'll see. But they do. But you're right. Jets do understand offensive linemen though,
and defensive line.
They for all their shortcomings, at least they get that.
At least they're starting to go in the right direction on those in the trenches. Like I love how the Washington football team has built their team. I love it. With Chase Young, with Allen, with Payne, with Jamie Davis, and the what's his name? The other linebacker, McCollum or whatever his name is. Ryan Kerrigan's still there. Montez Sweat. Dude. Whew.
This is what I see. Elway got his number one pick. That's probably what Elway wanted. Now you guys can do whatever you want, kind of thing. How much you want to bet we're going to see more Josie Jewell picks, more who else on the offensive line is like a second stringer,
I think that you're going to have more of Elijah Wilkinson type players.
You're going to get an Elijah Wilkinson, yeah.
Great.
I have a feeling this is what's going to happen. Now let me ask you something quick because it dawned on me when you were talking about something else. Do we now have a Simmons corner? Do we have a guy who's like Simmons now, a corner more like Simmons, somebody who can get beat over the top?
Yep. I think that's what has. You know what? J.C. Horn was my number one. I had Caleb Farley. When they were showing it was highlight reels, but they were decisive about. I know he had a back injury. I know that's very concerning for pro personnel or director or scouting or whatever. But I would have took J.C. Horn and Farley over Surtain because I think Surtain is too stiff, and I think Surtain gets beat over the top on a consistent basis.
Yeah, that was brought up. We rated this, but he does get beat up at the top. And I'm like, well, why are you picking him? Is it like Jerry?
You're bullshitting to your fans.
Is it like Jerry Jeudy? Is it a guy who drops the balls all the time?
I hated the pick last year. You pass up Tristan Wirfs.
You got Jerry Jeudy.
So you pass up Tristan Wirfs, and now you pass up Rashawn Slater. Guarantee you Rashawn Slater will be an all-pro tackle or guard.
He'll be all-pro. Collins is gonna be
with Isaiah Simmons.
I think Davis is your other linebacker. I think they'll be. I think they'll be better than the guy that went to Dallas.
Oh, Parsons. Oh, absolutely. But if I had to pick between Parsons or Surtain, I'd take Parsons. I can see the potential in Parsons. I cannot really see the potential in Surtain.
Well, he has Simmons potential. Wow,
man, we're gonna pay him. So now we're gonna pay him top corner money, where he doesn't deserve it. This team is so dysfunctional. You're right. You were right last week when he did our pod. They're going to be the same old Broncos with Elway. This team is a joke. This team's a joke.
It's a big time joke. I left my cord upstairs. I think I'm going to lose my. I'm going to lose power. We better wrap it up. But we can do something on Saturday a little bit more.
We can go in depth because those are going to be. We got second and third round tomorrow, and I think 4 through 7 on Saturday.
You better put that baseball away, okay?
I don't know what I'm talking about. If you know quarterbacks, you know football.
I know. Just ask the village idiots over there at 104.
There, yeah.
Wow.
See, Salami, those are great scouts, right? Thanks, buddy. Oh, my God. Mark Schlereth, thank you for the impartial report.
I am no longer up. I don't see myself up anymore. I just see a blank screen. Maybe because I have a low battery.
Most likely.
All right. Sayonara.
All right.
Let's try to do something Saturday.
All right, we'll do. Well, we'll talk and see how the picks go tomorrow. Get some Josie Jewells and Elijah Wilkinsons.
Yeah. I got to get some sleep.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Take care.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.